Hello my friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be my latest Roundup review video. If you're new to this series for me, it's basically where I just gather all of the things that I tried in the previous month. So these are all of the products that I tried in the month of June. I can't believe we're getting into July now. That's wild. It's not July yet at the time I'm filming this. It's actually the 30th of June. But wow, I can't believe it. We are halfway through the year, folks. As usual, I'm in no way intending on being braggy. This is just a way for me to be transparent on the things that I've tried, PR, or things I've purchased myself. I actually don't think I made any makeup purchases last month. Could have sworn I did, but I guess I didn't. I do have some things on my wish list for July though. That'll be coming soon. As usual, before we hop into it, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and TikTok by the time this video goes up. And as far as my accessory details go, these earrings are from 5 Lemons, and this choker I've had for at least a million years, so I don't know where it's from. Anyways, let's just hop into it and chat about the makeup that I tried in the month of June. All right, the first thing that I tried for the month of June, oh my gosh, I have such a large pile of things in front of me. I actually have quite a lot to talk about for this video. Is Beauty Bay actually sent me a package. I've never gotten a package from Beauty Bay, but they sent me a few palettes. They did reach out to me offering to send me specifically the Midnight palette, and they asked if I had my eye on anything else, and I did mention my interest in the Earthy, and then they also sent along the Bright and Fiery palettes. Let's just go in alphabetical order. That seems fine. The Bright palette is a rainbow palette. I actually had quite a few people tell me that this is a wonderful rainbow palette, so I was interested once it arrived to me and I saw that I got it sent to me, and I did use it, of course. I used all of these together in a combined get ready with me video on my channel, and I did individual Instagram videos and TikToks with all of these palettes if you need to see them in action. But yeah, it looks like this. It is a fine rainbow palette. I really don't have any qualms with it. The mattes are fine. I feel like the shimmers could be a little bit better because sometimes they do a really good shimmer formula. This is just fine. It's not above and beyond, but I will say, because I have the Blend Bunny Blends palette, which is the ultimate rainbow palette in my opinion, I just feel like I'm not gonna get a ton of use out of this one, but it is a fine rainbow palette. It's affordable if you're looking for something like this. Maybe this is one you could look at, but I'll be honest, I'll always recommend the Blend Bunny one. 100 times over. Next is the Earthy. I love this one. This is actually my favorite of these 4. It's very cute. I just love this range of greens. It is delicious and amazing, and I just absolutely adore it. These shimmers are wonderful. I have no bad things to say about this. I think it's a fantastic palette, and I'm sad that I slept on it when it originally launched. Next is the Fiery palette. This is more of that like toasty autumnal vibes kind of palette, which I'm all about right now. I am into these tones, super into this palette. I'm craving fall and Halloween so bad, so this makes me really happy. Again, the mattes are beautiful. The shimmers are just okay though. Similar to the Brights palette, I feel like they could be better, but they're not bad shimmers by any means. Yeah, I like this palette. It's not one that I'm gonna use every day per se, but when I am feeling these like warm, cozy, autumnal neutrals and oranges vibe, I'm gonna definitely be into this. I don't really have a lot of palettes like this in my collection because I don't play with a lot of neutral leaning palettes, but this is one I could see sticking around for a while, especially because I am into like just that vibe right now. And finally, the Midnight palette. I feel pretty much the exact same way that I feel about the Earthy palette. I'm so sad I slept on this one. I love the mattes. I love the combination of the blues and purples, so many different undertones. The shimmers are stunning. I love this one, and I'm just so thankful they sent this to me because I passed on it without realizing I was actually going to be head over heels in love with it. Next up, St. Angel Center sent me a couple little palettes. I did Instagram videos with both of these. Let's get this one out of the way first because this is the least exciting one to me. This is the Ace palette. Objectively, it's not a bad palette. I mentioned this pretty heavily in a recent ranking video, but the shimmers are fine. I do enjoy their shimmer formula, and the 2 mattes that are in here are okay. I just feel like this particular combination of colors doesn't excite me personally very much. I don't know. Like, I like the look I created. It was really pretty. I just don't feel super inspired to use it again. So it's not bad. I just don't think it's like quite the color story for me. And then the Not Like Other Girls palette is super cute. We have another like 6 pan 4 shimmer 2 matte situation. I love green and purple together. Give me all the Beetlejuice vibes. I think this one is super cute. I was very pleased with this one. Again, the shimmers are really lovely. The mattes blended nicely, and this particular combination of colors definitely speaks to my soul a little bit more. Next up, Lethal Cosmetics sent me a package, and I was super excited because I haven't received PR from them before, and I'm super excited to be like added to their thing. I don't know if I'm added to their list permanently, but they did say they're also sending me their One Up collection. So I'm just so full of excitement because I was planning on picking that palette up anyways. But they sent me their 6 new multi-chromes and their new blushes, which I will get into here in a second. These multi-chromes are so pretty. I've actually used these quite a bit on my own time. I use them in a Get Ready With Me. I've used them at least once or twice in Instagram videos. So I've been playing with these a lot and I really, really enjoy them. I actually included one of the shades, this one right here, in my custom palette for July, which will all be over on my Instagram if you are curious about that. I have a new story highlight on my page where I'm posting all of my custom palettes and I'm really excited about July's. But let's get into these shades, shall we? We have Antimatter, Aphelion, Exosphere, Magnitude, Parsec, and Singularity. It's really hard to even pick a favorite. I'm super drawn to Parsec. It's just so pretty, but they are all so shifty, so beautiful. I am in love with these shadows. I think they're amazing. And then these glowy blushes make me so happy. I've been wearing these a lot this month. I'm not wearing one today. I'm wearing a different blush, but these blushes make me really happy. They are so incredibly glowy and they're very, very pigmented, which I love, but they also blend really, really nicely. It does feel like a lot when you first apply it, but they blend and soften so nicely. We have the shades Adorned, Blossom, Floret, and Ornamental. I love all of these. I feel like I've definitely reached for Ornamental the most, but this bright orange is also amazing. I love orangey blush. I think it's so cute. All of these are wonderful though. I'm a big fan. I feel like I don't have anything more to say other than that because I just simply love them. Next up, Soul Body sent me over their bronzing balm. I know this has been out for a while, but once in a while, the Soul Body part of Colourpop will just randomly send me a package, and they sent me the bronzing balm. This one's in the shade Fair. I do enjoy it. It smells like tropical coconut. Totally not my like vibe, but I like the smell of it. You just won't really catch me chilling in like a tropical setting. That's not my vibe. But I do like this bronzer. It's a little on the warmer side, but I don't feel like it looks bad. I don't feel like it looks straight up orange on my skin, but it does bring a lot of warmth forward. I do think this is really cute for spring and summer, and I think it blends really nicely. I will say I haven't used this on my body. Bronzing my body is just also not really my vibe, but I've used it as a face bronzer quite a few times and it was nice. I can't say it's my favorite cream bronzer I've ever used, but I do enjoy it. Next up, Pacifica sent me some new serums that I've added into my regimen the last month. I use all of these like maybe once a week or so, just kind of mixed in once or twice a week. It just kind of depends. I have a rotation, and I like to preface when I talk about skincare by saying I am not a skincare expert. I'm not here to give skincare recommendations. I feel like skincare is a very personal journey, and I've just found things that work for me. I'm not gonna try to tell you what works best for your skin. I honestly recommend talking to like a dermatologist. For reference, my skin is more on the normal dry side. It's not overly sensitive, but it can be if I use things with too much fragrance, or like for instance if I use things with too much rose in it. Like there's been some Pixie products with rose that don't really agree with me, but for the most part I can use most things I've found, and I have been enjoying these. First is the Glow Baby Serum. I really like the packaging on their serums too. This is glycolic acid and vitamin C. My skin does like glycolic acid a lot, and I've been enjoying using this once or twice a week. I think it's been really nice. This is the Vegan Ceramide Serum. I really like this as well. It feels very soft on the skin and it sinks in very lightly. I feel like it's giving me nice nourishment. I like this one. I do like this one a lot. I feel like I've been reaching for this one the most out of these three, just because I like the way it makes my skin feel. It feels really soft when I use it. And last is the Wake Up Beautiful. I've been using this once or twice a week at night specifically. This is a retinoid serum, so I don't like to overuse it. I find if I use too much of this type of product, it can dry me out a little bit, but once or twice a week has seemed to work really fine. I wake up and my skin does feel really nice and it looks nice and plump, so this has been good to use. I know I don't really give a whole lot of insight on skincare. I just kind of give an overview on like what it is and did I like it or not. And I've been using these for, I think, about 4 weeks straight now. So I feel pretty confident in saying that I'm liking them so far. So yeah, those are the products. It's up to you to make the decision for yourself and your own skin and stuff like that. Next up, Salem Cosmetics sent me a little package. First is this Spooky Cute blush. I've tried another blush from them before and it was really, really nice. This one is the shade Infected, a really cute peachy pink. I quite enjoy it. It blends onto the skin really nicely. I like the tone of it. I like a peachy blush. Don't really have much more to say than that. It's not overly glowy or anything, but I don't feel like it's so matte that it makes me look dry. I feel like it just blends onto the skin nicely. I like this guy. Next is this lip gloss in the shade I don't know, because there's no sticker on it, so I'm not sure what this shade is, but it's a cute sheer with little kind of cherry colored shine going through it. It's really cute. I like their glosses more than their lip oils. I feel like there's a good amount of shine. I can't say it's my favorite gloss formula of all time, but it is nice, and I do like the kind of cherry shine that goes through this, because looking at the tube it looks like it would be bright red. It doesn't really look like that. It just kind of offers that as a shine aspect. They sent me this pair of lashes in Clever Librarian. I think they might have also sent me Jessie. If so, I'm wearing them as half lashes right now because I basically destroyed them, but I wanted to keep using them a little bit, so I have them on as half lashes lately. But they also sent me Clever Librarian, and they're very cute, very fluffy. I'll probably start wearing these soon since I've been destroying my lashes lately. They've all run their course, so time to open a new pair, and I'll probably use these. I like how long and fluttery they are, but they aren't like overly long, but I feel like they're long enough. I do like some drama with my lashes typically. Today's an exception. And next is their second palette they've ever released. This is the Great Mother palette. I like this one quite a lot. I did do an Instagram video with it. I feel like it's a good combination of bright but also kind of grungy. Love the bright pops of color in here. I think their matte formula is really, really nice. Even when they do these really bright shades, especially like even the purple and the red, they seem to blend really, really easily for me. Their shimmers are fine. I feel like they're not my favorite shimmer formula. I like something with a little bit more glitz or a little bit more bam metallic action, but I do like the shimmers in here a little bit more than their Dexter palette, so that's cool. I'm liking that I can already see some improvements there, and I'm really excited just to see where they go with their palettes. They're launching another new palette soon. It's called Salem and the Witch, I think. Very cute pinky purple vibe color story. Really excited to see how that one goes. But yeah, I'm liking this palette. The theming is super, super cool as well. Next, last skincare product. The brand Bubble wanted to send me a package, and I was curious to try. And first of all, this is the cutest packaging ever. I love this. But this is the Daydream Tone and Texture Serum. This is vitamin C and niacinamide. Again, I really like niacinamide. I also try to incorporate vitamin C at least a couple times a week. So I've been incorporating this in my skincare routine, usually once or twice a week as well. It's just kind of scooted in with the rotation, and I'm liking it. I feel like it feels nice on the face. It's very... I like the texture. I don't know the word for it. I don't know. It's just a very thin texture, and I feel like it sinks into the skin really nicely. So I'm liking this. They actually just sent me an email that they shipped me another package, so I'm curious to see what else is coming my way so I can try it out. Next up from e.l.f., they sent me a few mascaras. They sent me their normal Big Mood mascara in the purple package, which I did not keep because unfortunately I had an issue where it was transferring on my skin, so I didn't want to open a new one since I didn't have good luck the first time I tried it. They also sent me this one, which is in rainbow packaging, and I'm realizing now that I'm pretty sure it's also the same normal Big Mood formula, just in different packaging, because I had the exact same situation where it applies the same. It's nice and black. My natural lashes don't do anything special, but it made them black. It didn't make them clumpy, but unfortunately this one also transfers on my skin throughout the day. It kind of leaves that black gray cast, so this one isn't gonna work for me, unfortunately, but the Big Mood Waterproof does not transfer, understandably, because it is waterproof. But I feel like it separates my lashes nicely, and I feel like it does at least hold the curl my lash curler provides a little bit better than regular, which I have heard that waterproof mascara tends to hold your curl a little bit better. As you can see though, in the front part of my lashes, they are not doing anything special. The half lashes are what's even giving me any kind of shape today, but it's not bad. I like that it doesn't transfer. That's pretty much my main requirements for mascara, is it needs to be super black and it needs to not transfer on my skin. So this checks those boxes, so I'll keep this one kicking around. Next, Rare Beauty sent me a couple products. They sent their Always an Optimist primer and setting spray. And as you can see, I've actually used quite a bit of both of them already. The primer is a pore diffusing primer, which is normally not the kind of primer I go for. I usually like either a gripping primer or at least something very glowy. This isn't usually what my skin personally needs, but I do like this one. I feel like it makes my skin really soft, and when I pair it with something really glowy, I've been a fan of it. I don't know if I love it enough to where I'm gonna repurchase it after I run out. I don't think it's like a new holy grail for me, but I am enjoying how soft it makes my skin. And then the setting mist, I'm actually really loving. It has a very nice mister. It's not super aggressive and it kind of smells like a spa. I like this one as well. Again, I don't know if it's gonna be a new holy grail setting spray, but I'm enjoying it in the meantime, and I guess I'll figure it out once I've run out of it if I feel that desperate need to own it again. So far so good, and I also like how small this is. I don't know if this is the full size or the travel size, but either way this is great for me because I'm actually going on a trip soon. So I'll be able to throw this in my bag super easily. Next up, KVD Beauty sent me 5 liners randomly, and I am excited because I'm always down to have more eye pencils in my collection. I wear something in my waterline every single day, and I always tightline with a black on my upper waterline. The shades they sent me are various shades of blue, purple, brown, and black. We have azurite blue, blue ashes, diox purple, pyrrolysite brown, and trooper black. So yeah, they're very pigmented. I feel like they smudge nicely if you're trying to do something smoky, but they also stick in the waterline really nicely if you just want to throw it in there and leave it alone. I like them. I feel like they're fine. I like the deep tones of them. I am always needing an extra black kicking around just because I use that every single day. But I like the addition of like the dark moody purple, the dark moody blue, the brighter blue, and the brown. I think they're nice additions to my collection. Did I need all these shades? Probably not. I have a lot of eye pencils, but at the moment I'm happy to add them to the family. St. Angel Sinners sent me another package. These are the final palettes I have from them to talk about today. They sent me over the Kazi and Xanadu. Again, I did do individual Instagram videos with both of these. The Kazi looks like this. It's super, super cute. I like the kind of grungy jewel tone matte with the very rich, shifty shadows on top. I actually got a lot of compliments in person when I wore this, and I like it. Again, I really like their shimmer formula, so no complaints here. And then this is the Xanadu. I feel like I like this for similar reasons, although instead of it being like more jewel toned, it's just more of that like grungy vibe, which I'm into. And I like it paired with the kind of brighter slash lighter shimmers. There's a couple like light shimmers mixed in here, but also just really rich like jewel tone shimmers paired with the grungy mattes. I think this is a very fun color story and very unique. I do like the Kazi a wee bit more, but the Xanadu is cute as well. Fenty Skin sent me a product. Never gotten a product from them before, but they sent me the Cherry Treat Lip Oil, and I'm obsessed with this. I literally cannot stop wearing it. I don't wear this so much as like a glossy product. I don't really wear this with makeup personally, even though it is really shiny, you totally could. I use this more as like a treatment. I put it on every morning, I put it on every night. It sinks into my lips so nicely. I have not felt passionate about a lip oil until now, because before this one, I've always just basically lumped lip oils in with lip glosses, just sometimes not sparkly or anything. It's just like a shiny lip product. I feel like it's truly sinking into my lips and making them feel just really nourished and wonderful and amazing. And it smells like cherry candy. I love this. This is one of my favorite products. I tried this whole like last month, honestly. Next up, Colourpop sent me the In the Springs collection. I kept certain aspects of it, and I did use all of these on my TikTok recently. The highlighter is in the shade Flip Flop. It's almost too dark for me, but I can also make it work when I blend it out. It's not my ideal highlight shade, but it can work. I feel like if you're any shade darker than me, this will probably work for you just fine. I liked it though, formula-wise. I like the Super Shock Cheek formula. It's very putty and bouncy, and it blends onto the skin really smooth. I'm actually wearing a different Super Shock today that I'll talk about here in a minute. I did like this. It's just not my perfect color. I also use this glowing lipstick in the shade Botanicals. Yes. It's a cute neutral. It has a really nice glow to it. I don't know if the glowing lips are my favorite formula ever. I feel like if I want a really like shiny, glowy sort of lip, I'd rather just wear a gloss maybe, but this isn't bad, and I do like the tone of it. I do think it was cute. 2 eye pencils. We have the shades Crystal Crush and Puppy. It's like a metallic shiny blue, and then a beautiful orangey coral. I love both of these. I've actually reached for both of these multiple times this last month. I think they are very, very cute colors. And finally, the actual In the Springs palette. I was actually quite into this when it got sent to me. I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. I don't always love orange and blue together because living in North Central Florida, every single person around me cares about the Florida Gators, and I just do not care, and I'm not trying to accidentally rep Gators colors when I simply don't care. But I do love turquoise and orange together, so this is very much up my alley. I think it's very cute. Love this bright orange, especially next to these teals. It's very pretty. I do feel like this particular color story could have been condensed down to a 9 pan, and I might have liked it a little bit better because there are some like shades of brown like down here that I'm not going to reach for very much. I do like this kind of corally tone. It's cute. I'm not going to reach for like these golden tones very often, but there are aspects of this palette that I do enjoy. I felt like the mattes blended fine, normal Colourpop quality, and the shimmers were fine as well. I like the look I created with this too. Next up, Freck. Freck also sent me a mascara this month. And as much as I wanted to like this, because it actually did make my lashes look very separated, still didn't look anything revolutionary. It's not anything groundbreaking for my lashes, but unfortunately this does transfer on my skin. I was sad about it because I actually had really high hopes. So there's that. It did not check the boxes for me. Unearthly Cosmetics sent me a package. We're actually closing in on my last couple packages here. They sent me these 4 singles. I just threw them in this empty palette I had from Terra Moons. We have the shades Fever, Ignite, Lit, and Searing. They are all very, very pretty, very metallic with little bits of sparkle and shine to them. I think these are very rich, very beautiful. I used these recently in a Get Ready With Me. They also sent over their Don't Be Jelly palette, and it's beautiful. I used this on an Instagram video / TikTok, and it's just absolutely amazing. These shadows are so shifty and wonderful. I love this formula from them. There are some really pretty textured kind of chunky shimmers, which I love because they're not glitters. They're just very like bold shimmers, and I love them. This is such a pretty palette. I love how rich and jewel toned it is. And then finally, they also sent over their In the Dark palette. This is their like revamped version of it because they did launch it as a limited edition palette back in December, I believe. And then they decided to bring it back, and they actually replaced one of the shimmers with the purple, I believe. The blue used to be up here and they moved it down here, and now the purple's up here. And I really like it. I feel like this is a really good combination of grungy and whimsical. It's super, super pretty. I'm definitely into this. I'm pretty sure they're offering sending the purple as a single to anyone who bought the original palette back in December. So if you're interested in the new shimmer, I'm pretty sure you can buy the single, which is pretty cool. I love this palette. I think the mattes blend beautifully and the shimmers are quite lovely. I'm really happy to have this addition in my collection. Moving on to Sigma. This is my first package from Sigma ever. I actually got a few packages from brands that have never sent me anything. I didn't realize how many. That's really exciting. But they sent me a variety of things to try out, which was really, really cool. They sent me this brush cleaner, which has this lid that has the hole so it can dry nicely. Yeah, they sent me this little brush cleaner. I haven't cleaned my brushes since getting this, so I haven't used it yet, but I imagine this will work just fine. And I like that it has a little suction so you can stick it to your sink or whatever. They also sent me this brush cleaner. This is more so just to like kick your like brush off if you're using it and need it to like get clean just a little bit so you can use a different color. I use stuff like this a lot. You can already see all the makeup that's kind of in here. I love a product like this. I use my Odin's Eye one all the time, so I'm happy to have just another option because that Odin's Eye one is not gonna last forever. They sent me some brushes, 8 brushes to be exact. I used these in a Get Ready With Me recently as well, where I kind of talked about them individually, but I have been using them since that video as well, and I'm really into them. As far as the face brushes go, we have the F25. This is the tapered face brush. I've been using this mostly for bronzer, and I really like it. It's super soft and fluffy, and I really like the way it applies bronzer on my face. This was actually my first time really trying Sigma brushes, and I totally understand the hype now. This is the F40, the large angled contour. I actually like using a brush like this for blush. It's very fluffy, very soft. It applies the product really, really nicely. And this is the F47 multitasker brush. It's a really dense brush, which you could probably more so use for like foundation, maybe even cream bronzer or blush. I haven't been really wearing foundation lately, so I've been using this to blend out my concealer actually on my chin, under my eyes. I feel like it actually even tucks under my eyes really well. Even though it's pretty thick, it tapers nicely. I really like this brush for that. I think it's working really nicely. And then for the 5 eye brushes, this is the EO6. It's a very skinny, teeny tiny angled brush, which is so nice for like precise work, maybe doing a winged liner, anything like that. I've been loving this little brush. It's been so handy. This is the E27. It's a detail blending brush, and I feel like this is really great for kind of packing on like maybe the outer corner and then blending a little bit. I use a brush similar to this all the time, so I'm really happy to have another. And again, I'm really just impressed with the quality of these. They make me really happy. This is the E36. It's a blending brush, and it's very skinny and very long, and I love this for going deep in the crease. It does such a good job at precision work. I love this brush. I don't have a brush quite this shape either. This is the E38. This is the diffuser crease brush. I feel like it's a nice size as well. It's not overly big, but it's definitely bigger than what I just talked about, and it's very fluffy. I feel like it blends out product in the crease just really, really easily. And last is the E55. It's an eye shader brush, just your typical packing brush for the lid. I have been using this one a lot as well, just to like smack some shadow on the lid, throw some shimmer on there. It covers a large area pretty quickly. I like all of these. I'm very impressed with them. They sent me their eyeshadow base primer in the shade Persuade. I'm pretty sure I've used one of these in the past and I did like it, but I guess I didn't like it enough to repurchase it, or so I thought, because I've been using it a lot lately and I am enjoying it quite a bit. I do still think the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip will remain my favorite for a long time to come, but I am enjoying this one as well. It does have tint to it as well, so if you need some tint to kind of cover like maybe veiny lids or something, they have multiple shades of this. So I have been liking it. I like the silky texture it leaves too when you blend it out. I think this is really nice to work with. This is the Tint and Tame Brow Gel. Now I feel like this isn't a bad brow gel. It just isn't strong enough for my straight stubborn brows. My brow hairs want to grow straight down, so I need something like glue to be able to like fluff them up and keep them there. My go-tos are the NYX Brow Glue or the e.l.f. Brow Lift. This one just isn't super glue enough for me, unfortunately. They sent me this Longwear eyeliner pencil in the shade Wicked. It's another black, which again, I can always use another black eye pencil. I did use this once already to kind of smudge on the lower lash line a little bit and in my like tight line area, and it's fine. It's super pigmented. It stays put, but it also blends if you want it to. It's a nice pencil. This one. Another mascara. Sinuosity Lash. I do not know that word. I'm sure the pronunciation police is going to arrest me. It's fine. I liked the way it applied. It didn't do anything that special, but it made them like separated and it was black. But unfortunately, this one transfers on me too. Bad month for mascara, unfortunately. But I did find one that I really liked. But unfortunately, this one just didn't do what I needed it to. A couple lip products, the liquid lipstick in the shade New Mod. It's a really cute kind of pinky shade. It applies nicely. I didn't find it to be too drying or anything. Again, it's not like a revolutionary color or formula, but it wasn't a bad one either, so I'm happy with that. And then this is the Renew Lip Oil in the shade Tint. And now I know I was already raving about the Fenty one, but I like these for different reasons. I like this as more of a makeup-y, glossy kind of product, whereas the Fenty one I like more as a treatment. This is a really nice one though. I've been wearing it a lot lately as like a glossy lip oil, and it's really pretty. I like the subtle kind of neutral shine to it. It's not like super colorful or anything, but I like it. It's very comfortable. I've worn it like the last few days in a row. I didn't wear it today. I did wear something else, but before today I've worn it like the last few days, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's a really nice formula. And then finally, the 3 powders that they sent me, which I'm absolutely in love with. First is the matte bronzer in the shade Light. I've been wearing it today. I've been wearing it nonstop the last like 8 days or so. I love this bronzer. It's probably my current favorite one if I had to pick. Maybe it's just because it's new and exciting, but I do love the color and I love the way it blends out. Not too orangey, not too anything. I feel like it fits my skin tone really well, and I just love how easily it blends out. It diffuses so nicely with the help of that brush I mentioned earlier. This is the blush in the shade Cor de Rosa. So this is beautiful. I love this. I feel like it looks so basic and unassuming in the pan, but it applies so nicely. I'm wearing it today as my blush, and I feel like it just makes me look so cute and my skin looks so warm and fresh, and I'm really, really into this blush. The highlight in the shade Savannah. I'm not wearing it today, but I did wear it in a Get Ready With Me recently if you want to see it like on my face. It's really nice. I feel like it just has a really nice smooth glow to it. It's not super sparkly. It just has a really nice soft, smooth, but still very glowy effect. I quite enjoy this. I was worried it would be too dark, but it actually works really nicely. And finally, last but not least, Colourpop just sent me a package last night, so I used the products today for this look so I could chat about them for this video. It came out with this new shell collection. I don't know the name of the collection, but everything is like seashell themed. First is this little highlight palette called Midas Shell. I'm wearing the purpley one right now, and it's really pretty. It's 4 lovely putty highlighters. I love the Super Shock formula, and these colors are all really cute, but I'll be honest, the purple is definitely what sold me. It's very pretty, and I really like it. I don't have a Super Shock or a putty in like a purpley form, so I was happy to add this. And I can't lie, I was tempted to open and keep the darker highlight palette because they came out with 2 palettes. One was this shade and one was like a darker one, just because there was a really pretty rich darker pink and I wanted to use it as a blush so bad, but I was like, no, no, no. I'm just gonna keep it in its package. I'm not gonna keep everything. We have 3 glassy lips. I love the So Glassy lip formula. I think it is wonderful. I'm wearing one right now. They're shiny and sparkly and lightweight, and I love them. It might be my favorite gloss formula they've done. We have the shades Beach Please, My Goodies, and Sunshine Required. They're just all sheer with sparkle. They range from like a bluey purple undertone to more of a pink to more of a golden yellow. I think they're all really, really pretty, and I'm super, super excited about these. And finally, last but not least, is the Shell Shocked palette. They did come out with 2 palettes, but I decided just to keep this one. I was really excited about this because I loved their Coast is Clear palette that they came out with a few months ago. They came out with like 3 palettes back then, but that's the one I kept. The formula just had such beautiful glowy shimmers, and I was excited to kind of see that in a colorful form. And I will say there's things I love about this and things that I don't. The shimmers are beautiful. I just love how glowy they are. Like, I love that teal shimmer on my lower lash line. I like the inner corner. There are some beautiful, beautiful shimmers in here, but the mattes are very subpar, I feel like. Very, very pastel. If you go watch the Instagram video / TikTok, you'll see me applying like the mattes in the outer corner and like the subtle pop of pink in the front. You can barely even see it. Very, very subtle. I mean, this one applied fine. I used it to kind of create this wing shape, but the matte baby blue and the matte baby pink are definitely baby. They're very subtle, very, very sheer. I wish they were punched up just a little bit more, especially because the shimmers are actually quite rich. They're not like super dark, but they do have a richness to them. I feel like there could have been a little bit more balance here. And maybe even if this shade was like a deeper teal, I think that would have been cool. There's definitely some adjustments I feel like that could have been made to this palette to make it better, but I do love all the shimmers that are in here. And if I'm being honest, that's the main reason I wanted to use this. Ooh, I have been talking forever. I appreciate you so much for hanging out and watching this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on these products. Have you tried any yourself? Do you want to try them? Let's chat down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a food emoji. I'm a little hungry right now. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the BATTYBEAN fam. I am BATTYBEAN on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. I hate when I'm having just like such vivid dreams, but then I wake up and I feel exhausted because my dreams were so vivid. This happens to me more days than not. Like, I like having the vivid dreams because they're fun, but then I wake up exhausted and I'm like, Betty Jean, did you even sleep last night?